Parties, of course, meeting for the first time in court today. It was about a 90-minute hearing.
This isn't going to end well for you, Blake. Sorry.
In a world where sometimes people judge you before they give you a chance.
I'm just going to tell you, you're going to have to wait and see. It's coming up soon.
Justin Baldoni secured his first major courtroom victory against Blake Lively, and let's just say it was enough to send Blake and her legal team into a full-blown panic. Was this the final verdict? Not exactly, but it was a crucial step in determining the future of this case. And, honey, if things keep going this way, Blake might be in serious trouble. In case you've missed the details, here's the scoop. Blake Lively slapped Justin Baldoni with a shocking $250 million lawsuit, accusing him of harassment. But Justin wasn't about to take that lying down. Oh no, he struck back with a massive $400 million countersuit, alleging extortion and defamation on Blake's part.
Actor-director Justin Baldoni is now suing his former co-star Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds, seeking more than $400 million in damages, accusing them of defamation and extortion.
And now, they've finally landed in court, and trust me, this is shaping up to be one of the messiest Hollywood legal battles in recent memory. The moment the session kicked off, Justin's lawyer, Brian Fredman, came in ready for war. And let me tell you, this man was on a mission. Blake's legal team. They were clearly rattled by how aggressive he was, and honestly, who could blame them? After all, this is the same lawyer who publicly vowed to sue Blake into oblivion.
Sue Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megan.
And from the way he was handling things in court, it was clear he meant every word. Blake's lawyers were so rattled that they tried to hit him with a gag order to silence him, but the judge wasn't having any of it, not today.
The judge chose to not impose the gag order on Justin Baldoni's attorney Brian Friedman today, but did threaten to move up the trial if the media press war continued.
The judge ruled against Blake's team, pointing out that her own lawyers had been just as vocal in the media, so it would be completely unfair to silence Fredman. And just like that, Justin's team scored their first win of the day. But oh, it gets worse for Blake. Her legal team didn't stop there. They went on to complain that Fredman was being too chatty, claiming his constant interviews and media appearances were making it impossible for them to respond in time.
Lively's lawyer does not like Brian Friedman and says he is being way too chatty about this case to the public, giving them little wiggle room to respond in the court of the public opinion.
Every time Blake's team tried to address something Fredman had said, he was already on to the next big revelation, leaving them scrambling to catch up. But did the judge care? Not even a little. He shut down their argument, allowing Fredman to continue speaking freely about the case. Another loss for Blake. But the real chaos erupted when Blake's team realized that Justin Baldoni wasn't just fighting this battle in court, he was taking it to the internet. Blake's lawyers were absolutely fuming over the fact that Justin had launched a website dedicated to the case, where he planned to upload evidence, including footage, receipts, and lawsuit documents.
Baldoni's team launched a new website over the weekend, featuring an amended legal complaint and a 168-page timeline of events, including newly released text messages allegedly sent between the embattled stars of It Ends With Us, as well as Lively's husband, actor Ryan Reynolds. One alleged text from Reynolds to Baldoni expresses his excitement about It Ends With Us, writing, "This is gonna be incredible. I happen to adore you."
According to Blake's team, this was highly improper, but Fredman wasn't about to let them get away with that argument. He fired back hard, reminding everyone that Blake Lively herself had used the media first. She went to the New York Times to air her allegations, and get this, she only gave Justin 12 hours to respond before they published the story. Before he could even get a word out, the article was already live, tarnishing his reputation.
The lawyer also brought up the website that was put out this weekend, saying Blake's lawyer also complained about Justin Baldoni's new website dedicated to the case, telling the judge they think this is improper. Brian Friedman, his lawyer, defended this, saying that Blake's team is doing the same thing, citing the New York Times article where Blake first made her sexual harassment claims against Justin. He says the paper only gave us gave Justin 12 hours of notice.
So, if Blake could use the media to tell her side, why couldn't Justin? Fredman made that argument loud and clear, and once again, the judge ruled in Justin's favor. Then came the biggest blow of the day. Blake's lawyers begged the judge to let her choose who would question her during the deposition, clearly hoping to avoid Fredman. But the judge wasn't playing games. He ruled that Blake does not get to choose who deposes her.
For Miss Lively has made it clear that Miss Lively does not want Mr. Friedman to be the attorney who takes her deposition. We are unaware of any situation that would warrant the deposed party to have a choice in which attorney takes her deposition. Parties to litigation simply do not have the right to decide which of the other opponent's attorneys may or may not take their deposition or perform any other aspects of the opposing party's case. And essentially, the judge agreed and told her lawyer that she does not get to choose who deposes.
And that right there sent shockwaves through her legal team. The frustration was written all over their faces because, let's be real, they know exactly what this means. Fredman is ruthless, and Blake is absolutely terrified of him. For those who don't know, a deposition is when someone is questioned under oath, and everything they say can be used in trial. This means there's no spinning the story, no dodging tough questions. And from the way Blake's team has been desperately trying to avoid this, it's clear she's not ready to face Fredman head-on. Now, let's talk about what that really means. If Blake Lively is so confident in her allegations, why is she scared of a deposition? Why is she running from Fredman like he's the boogeyman? If she's telling the truth, shouldn't she be eager to sit down, answer the questions, and let the facts speak for themselves? Instead, her legal team is throwing every excuse they can think of to keep Fredman away from her.
Listen to me, Blake Lively. Tap out. Tap out. Call Uncle right now. Please take my advice. I don't feel like I am like Octagon side, the UFC fight, and you're like, oh my gosh, is this guy's neck gonna get snapped? Please just tap out. Be done. Be done with this. Ref, please call Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds out. Just call this out. Because I'm telling you, they are not going to win this.
The judge saw right through it and denied their request. Another victory for Justin. By the end of the hearing, it was crystal clear who walked away victorious. Justin and his team won every single argument in court that day, while Blake's team suffered loss after loss.
We're going to move as quickly as we possibly can and prove our innocence in a world where sometimes people judge you before they give you a chance.
The judge has also confirmed that both lawsuits will be consolidated into one case, which means this isn't going to be a long, drawn-out back-and-forth battle. Instead, it's shaping up to be one explosive courtroom showdown. And guess what? The trial is officially set for March 26th, unless they settle before then. But let's face it, Blake is in serious trouble if this case actually goes to trial. And don't forget, this case isn't just about what happens in the courtroom, it's also playing out in the court of public opinion. Blake's once pristine reputation is already taking a hit, and fans are divided. Some are standing by her, while others are starting to question her motives. Meanwhile, Justin is out here collecting evidence, making sure he has everything, every single piece, to clear his name and flip the script on her. His website alone proves he's not backing down. Honestly, it's a brilliant move. Blake used the media to attack him, and now he's using the internet to fight back. At this point, the question has to be asked. Should Blake just apologize and move on before she completely destroys herself? If she doesn't find a way out of this, she could end up paying Justin Baldoni a staggering $400 million. And where is Ryan Reynolds in all of this? If his wife loses this case, it's going to cost them big time. After all, $400 million is more than Ryan and Blake's combined net worth. Maybe it's time for Blake to swallow her pride and fix this before she gets completely obliterated in court. Now, let's talk about what losing this case would really mean for her. A $400 million payout. That's career-ending money. That's why I'll never work in Hollywood again for money. Even with Ryan's fortune, this kind of financial hit would be devastating. And that's assuming there's no further damage to her career. If she loses, she's not just losing money, she's losing her credibility, her reputation, and any chance of being taken seriously in the future. Hollywood loves a scandal, but it also loves a winner. Right now, Justin is the one winning. One thing's for sure, this legal battle is far from over. Expect more drama, more shocking twists, and probably more courtroom meltdowns before it's all said and done. Stay tuned, because this tea is just getting started.